Your gut is lined with millions of nerve cells, and your gut and brain are just constantly talking to each other. And one of the biggest ways that our gut is connected to our brain health is through the vagus nerve. Great mental health and brain health, it's more than just the mind. And I know now that tons more studies are coming out just to show the link between probiotics and how probiotics can support specific conditions.
Welcome to Genestra Brands Gut Check, a 6-episode series where we teach you everything you need to know about understanding your gut health. In a world of health fads, quick fixes, and information overload, we want to simplify, educate, and empower Canadians about the vital role of gut health and overall wellness. In partnership with 2 renowned healthcare practitioners, Bisleen Attli, Naturopathic Doctor, Clinical Director, and TEDx Speaker, and Carley Nadine McConkey, Holistic Nutritionist, this series aims to dispel the myths and complexities surrounding gut health, offering reliable and scientifically backed information. Follow us on Instagram at Genestra Brands CA for more. Now let's dive in.
So our gut, as we were talking about, Carly, is like our second brain, and a lot of people don't really see that connection and the link. And one of the biggest ways that our gut is connected to our brain health is through the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is your 10th cranial nerve. It starts from all the way up in your brain, and it goes down and it innervates your throat muscles. So for a lot of us, we love to talk when we're stressed out, and that's because when we talk, it activates our calming system in our body because that vagus nerve gets activated. And then it goes down and innervates our heart and our lungs. So, when we get stressed out, we might notice our heart rate going up, and that's because our nervous system has switched into that sympathetic stress state. And then the vagus nerve goes all the way down and it innervates your diaphragm that holds your lungs, and then also your digestive system. So when we talk about, needing to eat in this really calm, mindful state, it's because when you take a couple of deep breaths, when you slow down, you activate that vagus nerve, which puts your body into that parasympathetic calm response and just really slows down and opens up everything in your body.
I love talking about the vagus nerve, and I remember when I first found out about it, I found it so exciting and so amazing how, you mentioned it is like the second brain, and some really easy things that I recommend to my clients on how they can stimulate the vagus nerve, which is that connection, that gut-brain connection that we hear of so often, would be some simple things like gurgling can be really, really helpful. So whether that be in the morning when you're brushing your teeth, you can just gurgle a little bit. This can really stimulate that vagus nerve. Another thing that can be really helpful as well is singing or humming, which can be very pleasant in and of itself. But those are just some simple examples of how we can do little simple exercises to put ourselves in a state of rest and digest, but really to stimulate that vagus nerve gut-brain connection.
Yeah, which is huge. And that's again, right, because that vagus nerve innervates these areas of our body. So when we do these actions like the humming and the gurgling, it kind of puts our body into that calming parasympathetic state, which is the state that we really should be living in, and we're just not, The other way to our gut and our brain is connected is, of course, through our gut microbiome and the bacteria in our gut. So even when you think about longevity in terms of your brain health, addressing the dysfunctions in the gut becomes so important. And I know now that tons more studies are coming out just to show the link between probiotics and how probiotics can support specific conditions.
Yeah, I would say definitely when it comes to food would be lowering inflammation. So having a diet that's really supportive of you as an individual and making sure that we're reducing that inflammation, incorporating a lot of high polyphenol foods. So these would be, just think of like dark colored foods, a lot of our purples, so grapes, things like peppers and things like that. So high polyphenol foods. And then I would say, really focusing on gut health, making sure that you're supporting your digestion, making sure that there's enough good gut bacteria. And then from a lifestyle standpoint, making sure you're, really reducing that stress with making sure you're getting out in nature, mindfulness, walks and things like that, and just really supporting that vagus nerve that we were talking about and reducing stress as much as possible.